Hey there, tubies! Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic surrounding the elected presidency in Singapore and the role it plays in safeguarding the country's reserves. Strap in for some interesting insights. In a recent Facebook post, Madam Ho Ching, former CEO of Temasek Holdings and spouse of Prime Minister Hsien, shared her thoughts on the upcoming presidential election and the importance of protecting Singapore's past reserves. Now, this isn't your average Facebook post, it's a lengthy one, clocking in at around 2,500 words. It's part opinion piece, part passionate rant, so get ready for some deep thinking. Madam Ho Ching starts off by posing a thought-provoking question: how should we fulfill our duty to protect our past reserves? She emphasizes the significance of these reserves as a rainy day fund and a national inheritance for future generations. And one key aspect she highlights is the land of Singapore itself. She stresses the importance of conserving it, pointing out the difference between conservation and preservation. To drive her point home, Ho Ching draws a parallel between protecting reserves and securing the contents of a safe. She argues that you don't necessarily need to know the exact value or size of the reserves to protect them. Instead, it's all about a rigorous decision-making process whenever access to the reserves is required. Think of it like holding the second key to the safe, only unlocking it when necessary and carefully considering the purpose and impact of each withdrawal. Now, let's take a step back and look at the historical context. Ho Ching's remarks seem to reference the struggles faced by the late President Cheong during his term. Ong, the first elected president of Singapore, had difficulties obtaining comprehensive information about the reserve's value. He even expressed surprise at the government's lack of awareness regarding its own assets. It's worth noting that after Ong's term, no other elected presidents publicly voiced concerns about the reserves, creating an impression that everything was fine and dandy. Fast forward to the upcoming presidential election. Two candidates have declared their intentions to run, and they bring some intriguing dynamics to the table. Tharman Shanmugaram, a seasoned politician from the People's Action Party, aims to maintain independence from his party if elected. However, some skeptics doubt his claims due to his extensive roles within the government. On the other hand, we have entrepreneur and businessman George Goh, who promises to prioritize the public interest above all else. But his stance that the president's role isn't to check the government has raised some eyebrows among the Singaporean population. So, there you have it, Madam Ho Ching's thought-provoking Facebook post, the struggles faced by President Cheong, and the interesting dynamics surrounding the upcoming presidential election. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you agree with Ho Ching's perspective on safeguarding reserves? How do you feel about the candidates and their promises? Share your comments below, and let's get the discussion rolling.